The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. 63.
They'll run here with a rookie from Washington. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Hurts fumbles it, and the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcons. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be at the end today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end. Dallas got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw again is Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Falcons at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
7-7, our score after 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Right back to Pitts again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Operating from the gun, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Penix. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 6. To the air, Penix. touchdown! Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. First down carry for Barkley. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the middle with Barkley. Strong running at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
44-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
Here's Penix. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Short throw caught by Pitts. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
They'll look to throw again. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Yeah, really, I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink, you got to chill.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 51 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
That's the score. Falcons 31, Eagles 21. Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Eagles take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
180, 180.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. 73, 73.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back to the ground with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Penix working out of the gun here. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. That was going to send this one deep right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer, 70, Timberwolf.
They're going to look to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Tiger Hornet.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for the Eagles. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Tag! 70 Lions! Buffalo 18! Check out!
Looking to throw, Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
And a fake here. Drive snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact,
I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as it takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
180, 180. Delta.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns in here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A big play here, 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 18 Cardinals.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Well done.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
38.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll give him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Full left side complete. That's Robinson.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.